Hello my friends! Today we're gonna be talking about the Malta, the British premium tier 10 aircraft carrier that I bought just yesterday. It's available in Armory for 268,000 of coal, and I was a little bit hesitant whether I have to keep collecting coal further or just buy it. However, being a big fan of aviation, I finally decided to buy it, especially in addition to watching different reviews on YouTube that are available, and there are much more comprehensive than this one, so feel free to watch them to make up your mind whether you need this ship or not. In conclusion, so after playing around 10 battles, I can tell you that I just fell in love with, and it's gonna be my favorite aircraft carrier until it's gonna get nerfed. So in this short review I'm gonna show you, just tell you basic information for you to decide whether you need it or not. Armor layout pretty much standard, vulnerable fore and aft, pretty much flight deck is protected. Aircrafts, they are Firebrand stock planes from Audacious. However, they are marked as tier 10 because of number of it has been a little bit increased. Artillery, it's not interesting since it's aircraft carrier. Let me disable the armor layout. In my opinion, concealment is pretty bad, 15 kilometers. That's why I'm thinking where to put the last commander's perk here. Probably enhanced aircraft armor is not as important as hidden minis that can decrease the detectability range by 2 and 0.3 kilometers range. So this is my captain's build. It's more than enough to be effective, and for those who are going to watch this video till the end, you are going to be much rewarded with the wonderful replay, my personal achievements and records, where I dealt with 340,000 K of damage. So if you are still excited and interested, don't switch this channel. Maneuverability, air defense, as I heard, is not very decent. This ship is famous for very fast aircraft reload. Bombers preparation time is 46 seconds. That means it's really hard to get rid of all airplanes playing on this ship. Exterior, so it comes with two camos: basic silver, light scheme, and the dark scheme in green. I really like the green color, that's why I decided to use it. So let's dive into the replay. Here we are. This is the matchmaker. A lot of super ships, tier 9, tier 10. Beautiful snow is lying on the deck. Well, I'm really excited because I remember this battle played yesterday with, still I have goosey skin, and because this is my personal records I ever dealt on any type of ships so far. Well, so let me comment all my actions and let's think together about this battle and what's going on the map, because it's gonna be quite tough battle. It was really difficult to play, to win, and due to only 1-2 players, namely Yamato and one of Hanover's, we managed to be successful. So here it's always a big question when you start playing. So first of all, I picked up my rocket planes just to get some data, maybe to set cruisers on fire, to be able to choose the right squadron. And it's always a big question whether you wanna be effective or resultive. In terms of being effective, I mean you have to focus on spotting and destroying enemy DDs, but this gonna get you very little amount of damage, because it's almost nearly impossible to hit them with rocket planes. With dive bombers, same story, and with torpedo it's very easy for them to dodge. However, victory usually depends on eliminating DDs at the beginning of any battle. In terms of resultiveness, if you wanna do a lot of damage, you have to focus on battleships. And for me, because there is a medal average damage dealt per 100 battles, and I still don't have the elite medal or the last one, because on average to do 113,000 of damage is not actually easy, because usually I try to be effective here. As you can see, I try to spot, to help my Schultz to destroy Holland with a very great anti-aircraft defense. So here I'm losing this precious time. However, only 4 minutes of battle passed. I already dealt 40k of damage, and this is only the beginning. My main targets here are Part 3, the super battleships. As it turned out, they have very weak deck armor. In one of replays I heard that the penetration capability of these armor-piercing bombs is 109mm. I don't know where and who tested to check this. So the main idea of these bombs that you can easily penetrate light armor targets like cruisers or battleships, Japanese or British or probably even French. So this is our bread and butter.
Engaging enemy.
What I can say about this aircraft carrier, that it has very heavy, strong armored airplanes that is really difficult to shut down, and you can easily do 1 or 2 rounds of making strikes. In my opinion, this is really great in comparison with other CVs. Usually you do 1 and the rest are shut down. So here it's not a big deal. I increased the armor of dive bombers, because I think this is the main type of aircraft to be played on. Just take a look. The main thing is to make your attack as smooth as possible, and you will be rewarded for this. $7,000, 2,000, 3 non-penetrations. Not bad so far. Yeah, actually, it seems to me like we are pushing our left flank, and I don't actually remember what was the point where everything started to break apart. So what happened? Why all of them sank? Ivamio, broadside, easy target to hit, making it the second round, second attack, and we managed to send to hit 2 torpedoes, here probably 2 as well. Switching to another type of aircraft. These torpedoes, they do flooding a lot, and it's also great. Some people say that our Pearson bombing is not great because they can't set on fire, but to me it's much better to be able to do stable damage, to count on, as we call it, white damage or real damage. It's because fires can be extinguished easily with a repair party, and it's difficult to be able to do damage out of fires all the time. While my AP bomb bombers landing, I decided to switch to my rocket planes to set battery on fire. As you can see, that rockets don't hit horizontal line or don't shoot in the middle cross. They shoot at any given point in this oval. I already here was so excited because 170,000, it's already big number of damage dealt. But to my surprise, it's not the end. So the show must go on. I already lost 20k of damage because the enemy aircraft carrier Hakuru decided to kick me out of the battle. But to me, it's a very big mistake when subs or aircraft carriers decide to fight the opposing subs or aircraft carrier, because you lose your precious time, and despite of being effective by spotting enemies, doing damage and so on, you just waste a lot of time by flying from one edge of the map to another. So of course you can do it if there are not many targets left. As you can see, these bombers are flying over my deck, so he's nearby. And it's also a good example of showing how weak anti-aircraft system is on my ship. already half of hit points lost. My revenge. Four torpedoes hit the target. Already got the medal, Confederate heroic medal. It's not the all on the list. Others will come. Edgar. So this is a very good target for me. You spot it because it's Minotaur class. It's light cruiser with a very thin deck armor. He made a mistake by showing up. Yeah, as you can see, six vessels versus 9. We are losing, and these 2 Citadel hits, really great. Yeah, you can't win all the time, but to get a win out of a most likely possible defeat, I think it's a very thrilling feeling. Yeah, if you agree with this, write your comments down below. Just to be one standing and to help your teammate win, I think it deserves a lot. Yeah, would always have to be eliminated. I think it would be great if rocket planes could be replaced with tactical aviation or HE bombers or anything like on Chkala, for example. But in this case it would be really an OP CVM. Because right now we have almost 3 complete squadrons. Each squadron has 5 planes with bomb load 20 bombs. And also in one of replays I heard that it's advisable to decrease speed when you are on a target. In this case the angle of bombs is more straight. I haven't checked it, but maybe it makes some sense.
Fighter airborne. Engaging enemy. The enemy battleship destroyed. Fighter airborne. Approaching target.
Unfortunately, this not happens every single time in situations like this, when targets are moving separately one from another, which makes them quite easy to hit targets. Already 4 versus 5. All I ask my teammates to leave, to spot, to help capture the base, and so the more you leave, the more useful you might be for the game.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
5 versus 3.
Engaging fighter airborne.
Ibuki is another target. Yeah, it's
Engaging enemy.
usual tactics to send torpedoes twice. First set you make the enemy ship going a line with your first set of torpedoes, and the second you just
We
hit
sank
them
an enemy
in the
cruiser.
broadside. Like you create scissors, kind of. I write in the chat that I already got 240k of damage, because it's already, I think, not easy to get. This happens quite rare. But bigger numbers
Many thanks.
are to come. Sometimes when you buy ship for steel or coal, you might regret, because it's really difficult to collect them. It takes 3 to 4 months usually to get coal, and 6 months to get steel if you play Wrecking Battles as I do. And sometimes you wanna get them back or get them removed to be exchanged with something better, but not in this case. So I have many CVs in my port, not all of them unfortunately, but many, and it's really great that you have 3 types of... In comparison with Immelmann, Immelmann has only 2 types of planes and only 6 fighters to make those, as we call them, umbrellas, to support your allies and to fight enemy fighters.
Target.
And here we have 9, which makes it competitive with other cities. And also 50% of more income provided with additional economic bonuses. I think it's really good. You can be effective, you can play solo, you can do stable damage on the ship, and yeah, personally I'm really happy. This ship will help me to boost my captain's skills.
Enemy
Minus
battleship
1.
sunk.
Let's take a look what can we do out of the Soviet battleship. I think it's because of damage buff.
Fighter destroyed. Our team has
Yeah, the
taken
game is
lead.
coming to its end, and if you enjoy watching this, feel free to subscribe to my channel, feel free to thumb up.
Target.
If you haven't played this game for long, my shipmate referral link will be provided in the description below. I have 10 vacant places in my clan. I encourage you to join me, to play together, to have fun together, and so on. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.